Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Four from TradingWinds.com, and this is our update for July 30th, 2017. Let's take a quick look at how the markets closed on Friday. Well, on Friday, things opened up to the downside very early in the day, but we spent the rest of the day bouncing back. The Dow actually was pushed into record territory. It was up another 33 points, while the S&P 500 lost just 3 points after that bounce back, and Nasdaq was down 7.5. The Russell finished lower by just about 4 points or so. Bonds bouncing back nicely, but are in for a retest of this down sloping 20, while gold also bounced nicely up about 10 points, and crude continued to climb. It was also up about 70 cents or so on the day. Now, certainly what wasn't up was Amazon. After their earnings release late after market close on Thursday, where they announced that huge drop in earnings per share, mostly due to them reinvesting everything back in the business, but they came in at something like 40 or 42 cents, and they were expecting $1.40. So that caused a big drop. Now, it did bounce, made up about, I'd say about a third of that drop, but still they were down almost 26 points on the day. Now, is this a going concern for the market overall? Should we worry that Amazon is going to drag down the rest of the market? Certainly, if we look at the chart here, whether we're looking at the daily time frame, which you can see. Let me zoom in here for you, that right at that upslope in 20, after it dropped below there, buyers quickly pushed it back above there. And the weekly barely looks like a blip. I mean, yes, we were much higher, obviously, and there's that gap bringing us lower, but we're still hanging in there and still have beautiful momentum to the upside here on the weekly. And if we look at the monthly chart, again, can't look much better than it does. So really, I don't think this is any concern for the overall market at all. I think Amazon will do just fine. Now, big week for news coming up on Monday. We have Chicago PMI, pending home sales. Tuesday, we have motor vehicle sales, Redbook PMI manufacturing, ISM manufacturing, and construction spending. Wednesday, we have the MBA mortgage apps number, the ADP employment report number, which will be important. Thursday, chain store sales, jobless claims, factory orders, and money supply. And Friday, we have the employment situation report, international trade, and the Baker Hughes rig count. One more thing before I let you go. Keep an eye on those futures overnight and tomorrow morning. Once they reopen later this evening, we'll see if the North Korea situation has had any sort of impact on our equity futures. Obviously, they fired another missile test late last week. Trump has made some pretty strong comments over the weekend, and North Korea has vowed the destruction of the U.S. if they continue with the sanctions. So that situation is obviously getting a lot more tense. Keep an eye on the futures tonight and before market open tomorrow to see if there's any concern there at all. Okay, the futures will indicate whether we're going to open, obviously higher or lower. And the real concern is not a few points either way, but if there's something a lot more drastic. If you see futures down sharply, tread lightly. Okay, that's about it for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you on our next update.